Hello, everybody, and welcome to our season finale. Season finale of the Slumber Party. Cheers. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness. What a beautiful way to end. What a season we have had, and what a year we've had. It's at the end of the year.
I know.
Can we believe
I
2025 was unexpected?
What an interesting year it's been.
Right. A cluster
Yeah.
fuck for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I've learned a ton this year.
Well, you started out the year engaged.
I started out the year engaged.
And
I know
that's
it's
nice.
going to be almost a year that I've been engaged,
Yes.
which is insane.
That's
You know what's more
beautiful.
insane to think about? I waited so long for the ring because I knew it was coming. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it feels like we never were not engaged in
Yeah.
a weird way.
Yeah.
And now we're in the thick of wedding planning. And
But
so
You know what? It's kind of like when people are like, "Oh, how's marriage?" And I'm like, the same. The truth is that should be your answer.
Absolutely.
It should be the same. It shouldn't feel like, oh, now we're in a whole new thing and things have changed, and it shouldn't change. It should be just as magical today as it was yesterday. It should
Yeah.
still feel brand new and interesting and fun. Marriage I guess it feels a little bit more permanent, but it never didn't feel that way to start with.
I feel like marriage, if you're with the right person, should feel even more natural.
Yeah.
It should feel even more linked. That's how I
Yeah.
feel where I'm like, we're engaged. I'm like, I'm right where I need to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're happier than we've ever been. You
Yeah.
know, that's how I feel. And that's kind of what I learned this year too.
I love
That's
that.
why him and I also never remember our anniversary. We've missed it. We've been together 6 years. We've missed it every single year. We
I
don't know when it
kinda
is.
love
We don't
that.
remember it. We don't look out for it. Why? Because every single day is fun.
I'll tell you, we
So-
started being able to remember ours because it's the spring solstice.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that's so interesting.
But I feel
That-
like
look at
also
that.
once you get married, you have like your days where you like consider. It's a little easier because there's like
I mean-
invitations reminding you. There's memorabilia everywhere reminding you when you're
Well, our wedding date is different, but
right.
yeah. We tried to do our civil wedding the same day as our like
Yeah.
anniversary.
Oh. But yeah, 2025 was a cute one.
It
Well,
was-
she'll-
it
I don't know if
it
I'd
was
call her cute. I'd
interesting.
call her-
She was interesting.
She was interesting. She was an acquired taste, but that doesn't mean bad.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like caviar.
Yeah, yes.
Like she's chic, she's classy,
Oh.
but she's not for everybody.
Right, but like
You
you
know?
can make her work for you. Not
You
everybody
can.
likes caviar, but if you're somebody who like, well, maybe I don't like it, but I can make myself appreciate it.
Right.
You know, not everybody likes caviar, but you can appreciate
Yeah.
its qualities.
I like caviar face cream. Shout out to La Prairie. Shout out to Blanca. At
Caviar face
at
cream.
La
Is it-
Prairie.
It's giving the salmon semen. That viral face thing, the salmon semen. Everybody
No.
wants to have some weird ass egg semen on their face. Now it's the thing.
No, but
May-
La
Maybe I'm
Prairie-
just not with the woke stuff. I don't know.
La Prairie's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, well they're like they're like legacy
They're I
beauty.
think they're made in Switzerland. But yeah, I love their products. A little overpriced.
But hey,
just a tad bit.
did I tell you that La Prairie bought me and a friend a dinner at Carbone?
You did tell me
Yeah.
this. You did.
It was
Yes.
honestly really great. I mean, I
love it.
like Carbone is okay, but there are
Yeah.
other places that I'm like, oh, but it was just great to like not have to pay. I was like, oh, this is so
Always good to
nice.
not have to pay.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Here we go.
Honestly, we're in really good spirits, guys. We're in a really good mood.
Yeah.
We'll start with our light as a feather, stiff as a board, I guess, of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something we appreciated this year and something we could have really done without.
My light as a feather for 2025 is that I got through it.
You know what? Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I got
to
through
that.
it because wow. Some moments just magical, incredible, memorable,
Yeah.
amazing, blessed.
Mhm.
Some other moments could have did without, but I
Yeah.
made it through. And I'm really proud of myself for that. I did not have a breakdown. And that's new for me.
But also look at how you ended the year on such a high note.
Truly.
You had so many, you didn't have a breakdown, but you had so many moments of like real, I guess, like inner quarrel with yourself where you were really dealing with like a lot of mental
Well, really,
stuff.
I would just text you.
Right. She would just text me.
Like, this is what's happening.
You guys think you have a podcast to listen to right now? Me and Kat have our own podcast that exists in our text chain
messages.
because we both speak way too fast to what, like we're slowing it down for you right now. This is us helping us help you.
Yeah.
But like in our own day-to-day lives, a text message doesn't do it for us. We send
45-minute
voice memos to each other.
We have to.
But I love it. I'm like, I'm doing the dishes. I'm listening. I'm like, yes, Kat, absolutely. You know what? You're right. And she's right. And I'm like, it's my own. It's like an interactive podcast.
No, I love it.
But you went through, I feel like so many mental journeys this year, and you came out on top because of how you're ending the year. Whenever, like the things that you're planning, the things that you've been able to change, like right before December, it's incredible.
Well, I don't mind sharing. What she's talking about is that I moved.
She moved.
That's a nice thing.
Yes, she moved, and
where doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter where.
I don't know you bitches,
but it's
you're not invited.
But the space feels more open and airy. You feel more like light.
No, I can feel that my energy has shifted
completely
since moving. Yeah,
completely. And it's, what do we say all the time on this podcast? We're like,
fucking environment.
Your fucking environment. You need to change your environment. You can only listen. You can water and feed a plant as much as you'd like. If you stick it in a closet, it won't fucking grow.
That part.
Period.
Yep.
Look at that. But yeah, amazing.
What's your light as a feather?
My light as a feather. My light as a feather, I would say for this year would be how much patience I've learned. I'm such an impatient person, and I'm like, these are my goals and I have to achieve them by this time or else they're failures and they don't work. And this is what I plan for this year. And at the top of 2025, I had all these like, well, this is what I'm going to do. And this is how the year's going to plan out. And this is what's going to happen. And this is this and this is that. And when those things didn't start getting aligned, I was like, wow, I had some really negative self-talk. But then I was doing all these other things and I was figuring out my life in different ways, and it taught me to be more patient with my outcomes. And I learned a lot in terms of like on a spiritual level and how connected everything in my life really is in terms of my family, my wedding, my career, my everything. And I'm ending my year on like changing on allowing myself to be what's the word? Steered in the right energetic direction, because I feel like maybe this year I had a lot of resistance because I was impatient.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm just like, well, it needs to happen because it needs to happen. It needs to go, 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 go. And I'm like, yeah, but it's okay to be like, okay, I did this and it's not working out. Let me try something else. I don't need to force a circle in a square just because I want to save time.
Yeah.
So that's something that I think is my light as a feather is.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm not in a race. It's a marathon.
Really
it's all about the journey.
Good.
Yeah, not in a race. Yeah. What's your stiff as a board?
My stiff as a board is the way I allowed one person this year to really hinder just having fucking fun on social media. I love social media because I get to just be myself, have fun, make people laugh. I stopped making TikToks in June. I've made maybe 3 or 4 videos since then, like in the last like 6 months, which is not good for the algorithm. And when I decide to go back, it's almost like I have to like start again.
Right.
I have had to go through my followers and try to block certain pages and block people from stories, and then, you know, just for Instagram purposes and Threads purposes. And I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Why am I going out of my way for one? And it's like, partially, it's like, I'm trying to protect my peace, but I'm not at peace.
Right.
So I've just decided if this person wants to make it their job to watch my every fucking move, I'm gonna give you a fucking show in 2026. Okay?
Yeah. I
I'm-
think so.
Yeah.
Cause I, you know, I always think like, how much more can you board yourself up? This isn't to you, this is for everyone and myself. Like, cause I had done this with like my older cousins for a while, because my obviously there's like a bit of a generation gap between me and my older cousins. They all have kids, they're all married, whatever. And sometimes I would get so like uncomfortable when they'd be like, so I saw that thing you posted. I'm like, oh shit. Cause I'm like, I don't know if you know me like that sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I've grown up, look, I'm still like the little cousin.
Yeah.
And so I would try to like, you know, maybe not post this, or maybe block this person, or maybe like not in like a malicious way. They weren't doing what this person in your life was doing.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, or I could just be like, you want to watch? You want to have opinions? I'm going to give you a show.
Yeah.
You know, opening act. Here we go, you know?
And the thing is, fully fucking aware that this is a public platform and anybody can follow you, et cetera, et cetera. But if you don't like someone, why are you following them? I've never hate followed someone. I just don't. If I don't like them, I don't want to see them. I don't want to know of them. I'm not going to give that person my energy, because that's what you're doing.
Right.
You're giving me your energy, and I'm going to turn it into money.
Well, the thing is it's never really a hate follow, is it? It's never really. They never really hate you. They actually
You're fascinated.
Are fascinated by you,
Right.
and cannot understand how you live or act or do the things that you do. And so their only other explanation is that either A, you don't deserve it, or B, you did it the wrong way, or 3, you're so arrogant, or whatever. There's always going to be a negative connotation other than the actual explanation, which is you're fabulous, and they don't know how to be fabulous on their own. So they have to allot your fabulousness to some sort of cheat sheet.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's never really a hate watch. I mean, because I've had moments where I'm like, oh, I don't like Kylie Jenner's a great example.
Okay.
Around, you know, her 2017 to 2019 era. I was like, I don't like her. She's just so much. I loved her. I loved her. I would sleep with her. I was fascinated by her.
Wow.
I was jealous she had money.
Oh.
I was jealous she looked the way she did and she had a BBL. I was so,
you know what's funny? I've said this often about J-Lo and Kim Kardashian. I've said it's a hinder to both of their careers, but it's also an added bonus. The way they look. People will overlook your fucking talent if you are too attractive. They will overlook the things you have to say if you are too attractive, or if you have something that they don't, so they think you don't deserve it. Like Kim K came out with a masterclass on business.
Right.
And people are like, well, what the fuck does she know?
Oh, what doesn't she know?
A lot.
I'm sorry.
Hello? She's a lot. But it's this, well, she's prettier, so fuck her. It's that kind of mentality. And I've seen people act that way, like with so many.
The text message I just got.
Uh-oh, what happened?
We're not reading it.
Okay.
We're not reading it. It's just perfect timing for what we are
talking about.
Talking about patience and people.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very like, my family doesn't really follow me on social media, thank God. You know, I get to embarrass them in peace. But you know, I have a lot of like younger family who do. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck what I'm posting. But also my family is very, you know, when they're off social media, they're saying worse than what the fuck I'm saying, or doing worse, et cetera, et cetera. Like, they're living their fucking lives.
Right.
So they're not watching me at home because they're bored. and they want to, like, I'm not a soap opera to them. I'm a like, this is my cousin, or this is my niece, etc., etc. Isn't she great?
Right.
But there are some people who they watch me like I am like an episode of Gossip Girl for them, which is a very good show. So
it's a great show.
I love being that for you. But you know, I'm trying to, and maybe this is tying into like a light as a feather, but I'm trying to just be okay with the fact that people who hate you or don't like you or don't want to see you do well are going to fucking stalk you. And I think it's one thing if it's a person I've never met, but it does for me get weird and inappropriate and fucking invasive when you are someone who is actively in my fucking life. I think it's weird.
Wait, what about it do you think is weird? Them like
not liking me, but following me on every platform.
But I would argue that they're not active in your life.
Okay.
That's like in a boundary sort of way. Like you're allowing them to be active in your life, but are they really an active person in your life?
No.
Like I hate that realization. like they're in proximity.
Okay.
In proximity to what's like, I guess,
me.
Family connection, bloodline, family tree.
Okay.
Sure.
But
how much personal stake do they actually have? Like, that's the only gateway they have to you. So you can keep it there. Like, that's your own boundary of being like, and this is how much you get from me. You know what I mean? Now it puts you in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Who am I?
My therapist.
Who am I?
No, but yeah, I mean, I really, you know, much of my social media or people who have followed me for me just showing my personality.
Yes.
And I felt like I had to hide my personality because this person was following me. I also am someone, this is just like in general, when I talk a lot, okay, I'm a yipper and a yapper and a hooter and a hollerer, okay? I am doing this constantly. But if I deem you as an unsafe territory or just not a person I vibe with, I think maybe you have ill intentions, or if there's any kind of negative energy between me and you, I will be silent. Mm-hmm. And I know because I talk a lot, my silence makes people uneasy. Mm-hmm. They're like, that's weird. She doesn't shut the fuck up. Why is she shutting the fuck up right now? So because this is a person where if I'm in their presence, I'm going to be silent. I see them watching me online. Once again, I'm going to be silent.
Right.
And I think it's that.
Which
I need to just kind of work through that.
I feel like flip it. Because honestly, that's so logical, but that means you're, I guess, still playing into their hand in a sense.
I know.
But imagine how amazing it is when you're like, I'm loud here, I'm loud there. And if you're like, you're going to be yourself 100% of the time, that person's the odd person out.
This is also a person who, like, I curse a lot. And I know this person is, like, offended if you say shoot.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? So I'm always, like, very careful, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't type that out. That's why your throat chakra's blocked, because you're not saying fuck. Fuck it.
Right.
Fuck it, fuck you, fuck them.
It's extremely natural to curse. I think we started the season talking about this.
We did. That was
it's
like
extremely natural to curse.
Your body needs it.
Babies know about cursing. They just don't know the words. Exactly.
There was a bird just yelling just now.
That was exactly birds know it, animals know. Everybody knows the curse words in their own languages. Babies.
And is it really a fucking curse word? No, it's just a filler word.
It's just a made up. It's a word that somebody gave made up meaning to.
You know what's a curse word? When you say things to hurt people and to harm them, and you are actively trying to make that person feel bad or put them down, those are bad fucking words. Okay?
Right.
Me calling you a nincompoop is way fucking worse than me hitting my toe and being like, fuck.
Right.
And if you can't tell the difference, you're a dumb fuck.
You are.
Okay.
Derogatory.
There we go. Glad we got that out the way.
Yeah. Do I have a stiff as a board?
I don't know.
Let me see. Do I have a stiff as a board?
What was that text?
That's my stiff as a board.
The text was your stiff as a board. Got it.
Okay, my stiff as a board for this year, I guess kind of is the other side of the coin when it comes to my patience, because everything I've had to learn to get there, my patience and my boundaries, like how serious it is and how I realized because I am such an emotional person, I am such a tough cookie. Like it takes a lot for me to feel swallowed up by my emotions in a sense where I feel completely debilitated. Like I'm very much like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be a bad bitch about it. I could say that to all of my friends till I'm blue in the face. And then sometimes when something really real hits me in a way and it feels like an ever-flowing waterfall of problems where it's like, if you fix this, now it's leaking over here, and now I had that for about 7 months out of this year, and it leaked everywhere into every aspect of my life. And I am at this point now where I'm very strict because it put me into I was on my way to get my makeup done for my bridal trial. And I had the craziest panic attack in front of my mother. And my mother has not seen me like that in probably 10 years. Dano's the only person who's ever seen me like that recently. And they never happened during the day. And I have a horrible, 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 horrible panic attack. I don't know if it's a disorder. I've never been diagnosed with anything. It was horrific and horrible. And I couldn't speak, and I was shaking, and I almost fainted. It's a whole thing because of this problem. And I right now am very much like cutthroat about
your boundaries,
my boundaries.
Good.
And everybody wants to say like, oh, Diana's being harsh, Diana's being dramatic. No, I'm not. I've been so overly soft, kind, welcoming, warm. I have spent so much energy trying to fix others because I love helping people when they're in need. And now when I decided to do what everybody else does, which is mind their own business, and you can't say crazy things out the side of your neck to Diana and then go asking her for help the next day. Now when my shop is closed, it's Diana's being ridiculous, Diana's being mean. That's fine. You can think of that. That's fine. You're more than welcome to think whatever you'd like about me.
That's always the case.
I am not, for the first time in my life, like I'm not really in a space of convincing people that they're wrong. I think that's where I've gone wrong this entire year and probably the majority of my life is I'm like too much of a moral compass person where I'm like, if I help you and if I tell you that you're doing something wrong, you also need to know that you're doing something wrong. It's not, my shop is closed. My shop is closed. I know what you did was wrong. But I'm not going to convince you for the next 2 months that you need to reconcile with yourself. Right. That's between you and your God or whatever the fuck you believe in. And I'm good over here. And I have felt good and free. Good. And, but that is definitely my stiff as a board. The stuff I went through this year that wasn't even my shit. Please. But as much as I've gone through, I have had some pretty incredible relationships throughout this year. So that have helped me through it. So I'm like, I can't even.
That's awesome.
You know, I'm like, why do I need to deal with all this? You see all the good people I got around me? I'm like, oh,
you know, 2025
was
when we started our podcast.
That is the biggest light as a feather.
Yeah. So that's nice.
We got some cute little notifications about our podcast. We got a bunch of top fans. That's about amazing. 13 of you were your number one podcast that you listen to.
Wow.
13 of you, we love you.
I love 13's a good number.
Yeah.
You know, because if you put Jesus with his disciples, honey, it's 13.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good number.
Exactly.
And remember, I've told you guys here before that Friday the 13th is my lucky day because of my teacher.
It is. It's a good day.
Pamela Matat. She taught me to make it my lucky day, and now it is.
No, honestly, and I
bet I can tell you who 6 of those people are. And you know what, bitch? I love you. You fucking sneaky weird cunt. Love you.
This podcast has brought me so much joy.
Oh, same. I look forward to when I get excited for it.
Yes.
And
yeah.
What a change for me, as just a mindset. Because I just thought I just wasn't capable of doing something like this.
I also feel like our episodes get better and better every week. Like even our clips online, like when I send them out, I'm like, oh God, there was a clip that I showed.
Oh God, this is good.
I'm like, this is so fucking funny. There was a couple of clips that I'll show Dano and I'm like, listen to the shit Kat said. Like, listen to this shit. And he's like, why would she say that? I'm like, isn't that so funny? But I've been having like just the best time doing that. And also meeting and finding more people online to follow us,
Yeah.
So I think, 2025, we'll see what the next season of the podcast brings, but the growth is good.
Yeah.
The growth is good.
Positive,
and listen, slow and steady wins the race. We're finding our footing. And like, I feel like people are really starting to get our vibe.
That's nice. That's nice of you. Well, I love you for that. Thank you.
So should we start like rounding out some things from 2025 that aren't necessarily about us that we maybe want to remind people and chime in and give our overarching general opinion?
I'll start because it's something I saw on TikTok the other day.
Let's do it.
As we move into 2026, this is something I see you people do every fucking year. Oh, I'm cutting off I'm cutting off all my friends, all my family, my pets, my neighbors, everybody.
My pets. My goldfish.
Right. If you keep having to cut people off every 24 hours, I'm starting to think you're the fucking problem. We don't always need to cut people off. What we need to do is learn how to communicate.
Right.
But now I want to get into the conversation of when you do cut people off, specifically me. I don't know about the rest of you, but if you're like me, then you'll relate to this. I've seen people say, oh, if I've cut you off, it don't mean I think you're a bad person. No, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think you're a depraved, sinister, insidious, nefarious, diabolical fucking human being. Every word that describes wicked or evil. Yeah. That's what I think you are. Period. That's why you're not in my fucking life. And I don't mean the people who we've lost touch. I mean the people I have actively cut off and make it a point to make sure I don't talk to them or anyone that they know and I'm not in the same room as them at the same fucking time. And if I do see you, I'll fucking run. Because I don't think you're a good fucking person.
Right.
And yes, I think I'm better than you. And I don't mean like, oh, I think like I'm prettier and I think energetically, I vibrate at a higher fucking frequency than you do. And therefore, no, I do not want you in my fucking energy. I don't want you in my home. I don't want you on my fucking phone, period. Mm-hmm. And that's why I cut you off, because I do think that you are a piece of shit. What's not clear? What's not fucking clicking? It's not clocking to you motherfuckers?
Here's my thing. I think we need to say more of that.
Yeah.
I think,
I said a lot, so.
No, but I think we need to be more about like, I'm not trying to be fucking nice to everyone.
Not if you don't deserve it.
No, I'm not trying to be nice to everybody. And like, I am intentional about what I do.
Yes.
Like even because I think that there's so many different ways to look at the initial quote that you quoted. Mm-hmm. Because people now, I feel as though, are very much, and I saw a great video on it, which I'll touch on in a second because I don't want to veer too far off. Mm-hmm. But people now are like, when I'm just protecting my peace, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with me. And I'm like, if you don't have any effort in your relationships, sure. But for me, I'm like, I can have low maintenance relationships and still show up.
Right.
So if I stop showing up, that's something to question. You know what I mean? Like it is me saying like, no, I got a problem with you.
Yeah.
But it's also dependent, like, it's okay for me to be like, no, actually, I don't think you're a good person. Not this all like, oh, we're all seen in God's image, and he's looking down and saying you got an ugly fucking spirit. Okay, if we're looking at his image, let's just be 100% real. I do think we need to bring back being mean. We need to bring back being just a smidge. I'm not talking like the whole cake, but maybe just a slice.
Just be honest.
That's what it is. And you know what? Honesty keeps getting conflated with being mean, and that's not the case. If you can't handle it.
Because sometimes I honestly think you're a phenomenal fucking person and you're a badass bitch. And I love that for you. But then I also honestly think you're a cunt.
Right. But then because I went through this recently where it's like, if I have to agree with what everybody is doing and everybody is saying all the time, because I'm like, we're all great, we're all amazing, we're all this, we're all that, we're all da-da-da. Then when I have like a little bit of a problem, I'm like, babe, I love you. I adore you.
Yeah.
But you're wrong.
Right.
All of a sudden it's, how can you say that?
Right.
Oh, that's not fair. You don't know the full story. Oh, no. I'm not wrong. It's like nobody's allowed to be wrong. Nobody's allowed to have shame. Nobody's allowed to be told you're being a bitch. I want my friends to tell me I'm being a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't need you to sugarcoat it for me. It'll hurt me in the moment. It's like getting a shot at the doctor. It'll hurt me in the moment, but it'll feel better in the long run. I don't need to drag it on and on to you and be like, I think you're great. I think you're beautiful. I think you're stunning. I think you're all this. You could have handled this, maybe a little differently, but it's okay. You're under a lot of stress. No, I need you to tell me,
but
Diana,
honestly, I think
you're fucking up.
As, a good friendship is going to call you out. And you have to know the difference between your friends calling you out because they care about you versus some hater ass fucking bitch. Right. Like my bestie who I've talked about on here before, Alyssa, if I'm having a little, a back and forth with Caleb and I tell her and I'm in the wrong, Alyssa's going to be like, well, you're being a fucking bitch. And I'll be like, wow, no, I'm not. She'll be like, yeah, you are. I'm actually on his side.
Yeah.
And this is conversations even her and I have had. And I'll be like, okay, well, you sound like the problem here. We're not going to fight about it. We're going to laugh about it and be like, wow, I can't believe you're not on my fucking side, bitch.
Right,
and it's like, I'm not, because you're fucking wrong.
Right.
And we'll still be friends at the end of it because we're talking to each other like this because we care about each other.
Right.
Not on some, like if we're friends, we're going to a party. I don't like your outfit because I think you look a fucking mess. I'm looking out for your best interest.
You are looking like a clown.
Change that fucking fit. Now, if I insult you, if I'm like, oh, you look like this and that, and like I start calling you names, that's a problem.
Right.
That's not your friend.
Right.
But a real friend is gonna be like, look, you're very pretty, you look nice, but this dress
does nothing for you.
It doesn't say wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go in your closet. Let's look for wow.
Can we zhuzh this up a little bit?
Oh, I had a friend like that. Her name was Christina. And I remember we were going to some party and I had on a dress and she goes, you're not coming out with me like that. She was like, let's go in my closet.
Oh my God.
Gave me a new fit, gave me a fucking Chanel bag, Jimmy Choo shoes. Honey, I was ready to go.
I had, we talk about our ex-best friends as aliases on this podcast a lot.
Well, Christina's not an ex-friend. No. We just kind of lost touch. See, and that's the difference. And that's why I can say her real name.
Right.
We lost touch, which is not the same as cutting somebody off.
No, not the same. Not the same. But what I want to... Serena Joy, my ex-friend alias, which if you guys have been listening to us for a while, both of us have two... So there's 4 total ex-friends between the two of us, and they're very much aligned with action. So which is why her and I connect on a lot. But Serena Joy, which if you watch The Handmaid's Tale, one night she was coming out with me downtown, and I'm like, listen, she's coming from Long Island. She's used to the Long Island bars. I said, baby girl, we're going to a club. And she's like, okay, well, this is what I brought. This girl brought workout leggings and clunky heels.
No, we can't be having
and then
that.
like a regular, just like crop top from like Old Navy with a little frill.
We can't.
I said, bitch, you're getting changed
if that's what you're wearing.
I was like, I am wearing a silver chain mail bra top where you can see my nipple peeking through. And I go, and honey,
That's
I'm not
hot.
even going to be the most over the top. You got to step it up. I go, so go into my, she's like, no, well, I feel comfortable like this. I said, okay. She's like, oh, and I'm meeting up with some friends. Okay. How do they come? Also from Long Island. They got a headband on. I'm like, what? And this was at the time of like, we were walking into Up and Down, when Up and Down was like the place, right? And this was like, you know, it had to be 10 years ago. I'm like, girl, I cannot be the only one here in stilettos, babe. Like, if we're gonna be sitting in a section, you cannot be sitting in a section with Billabong leggings, okay? Fuck. So when I was like, I offered, I was like, well, let's change it up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. She got very upset. Okay. And when they had a tough time getting us in and I had to pull strings with people I knew, she's like, I just don't understand. I was like, I tried to get you there, but it's fine.
I tried to tell you.
Gorgeous girl on the outside. But so
listen, there's a lot of people who I think are gorgeous on the outside for the time being, because at some point your personality is going to shine through.
Sometimes it's just an overcompensation. Sorry. Oh. Sip on that for a second.
This is such good champagne.
Thank you.
Champagne.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. My liquor store near me is really just, they love me and they love my dogs. We love a good storefront that allows pets in there. So I wanted to bring up one thing from early this year, February.
Okay.
Which I think really ties into so much of what our trope, I think, is a very overarching trope, which is very much about finding your confidence and knowing that your confidence does not equal arrogance. And anybody who makes you feel that way is afraid of how well you will do when you find your true voice and your true strength. Because earlier this year in February, Timothée Chalamet won a SAG award.
Speak on it.
And this is so important for people to hear, especially women. Because I do think we touched on it maybe last week when I talked about the secret lives of Mormon wives of some point. Maybe. Timothée Chalamet gets up on stage, accepts his award, and openly says, I want to be one of the greats. Back in February, and for some reason it was very polarizing. He says,
I don't understand why.
He says, I want to be up there with the Marlon Brandos and the Viola Davises. And he mentioned a couple of other people, right? Leonardo DiCaprio's, maybe Denzel's, right? He's highlighting men and women of color. He's allowing to pay homage and say, I want to be up there with you, and I want everybody to know that I'm doing my best I want you to see how hard I'm working, and that's how much this means to me. This makes me have a little step closer. Yeah. I remember people having vitriol towards it. Oh yeah. And I will never understand
Whole fucking crash outs. Crying, kicking, screaming, throwing up. What was your fucking problem? Was because the kid said he wants to be great? It's his fucking problem that you don't want to be fucking great, so you're upset because somebody else got fucking ambition? It's his fault that your mommy and daddy didn't fucking hug you enough?
It's crazy. We feel the same way.
Yeah.
Honestly, how often do we feel like, oh, well, I can't really tell people exactly what I want because they're going to think I'm too crazy. They're going to think that I'm insane.
You know? And sorry to cut you off.
No. The only other thing I was going to say was people, because he's a skinny white boy. Yeah. He's a skinny white man.
Right.
Okay. I mean, if he didn't grow that little pervy mustache, nobody would know that he was over the age of 25. and people think that he is like 22. Yeah. He's going to be 30. Yeah. For the past 10 years, this boy has been not only just putting in work, but he has been putting in solidified, critically acclaimed, award-winning work since he was 19, 20 years old.
I've seen all of his films, honestly.
Yes.
I will watch anything he's in. I do think he's very, very talented. And I just think it's fucking insane that the bitches were fucking mad. And by bitches, I mean equally both men, women, girls, boys.
Yes.
People were upset.
Yes.
Because the kid said, he wants to be among the greats. First of all, why are you doing this if you don't want to be among the greats? Be fucking for real. There's a girl that I've seen on TikTok a few times. I can't remember her name, but she talks about like wanting to be famous. And she's like, why should I be shy about the fact that I want to be fucking famous?
Right.
Because if I keep it in, then I won't be fucking famous.
Right. Right. It's also like getting comfortable with your own goals and ambitions. If you don't even feel comfortable enough to say them out loud, like how are you going to achieve them?
Right.
You know, like you can't sit here and sit back on your heels and wait for somebody to notice you. This is my issue. Like we are, I don't know if it's because of social media or because of TikTok or what, but for some reason we have this incessant need for everyone who's successful to be a little self-deprecating, to be a little overly humble and hate themselves first. Like you have to be like, oh, it wasn't that good. I don't know. Just so somebody could be like, no, you were unbelievable. You're so good. No, what if I come out the gate and I say, I busted my ass on that and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. And I hope everyone sees the hard work I put into it and I think I'm great in it.
You know, when Britney Spears was in court and she was like, I was the best. I was the best. I was like, Britney, fuck yeah.
Fuck yes.
Fucking yeah, you were.
Was, man.
There was no bigger pop star than Britney Spears when Britney Spears was the fucking pop star. And no one else was doing it like, I don't think y'all understand because you weren't there.
Oh, God.
Just how the level of Britney, that's probably why her and MJ became friends. Because he's like, I've been there.
Oh, for sure.
I've been there, baby girl.
I mean, but even there's I mean, wait, can we talk about Britney for a second? Because this
we
year
can talk about Britney all day long.
Right, no, we can make this an entire
American, I'm a Britney Spears fan. Put it on my fucking tombstone.
Period. If there's one thing about this podcast, we could talk about Britney Spears all day. All day. We love a diva.
There are certain people I will defend to the death. Justin Bieber, Britney Spears, Lil' Kim, Mariah Carey. I will defend them. You cannot talk shit about not one of those fucking people to me. I don't care. You're wrong. I'm right. Pour me.
Pouring. We got to pour one up for Brit. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a conversation that I think I literally just saw last night. So you know what? We're bringing it up here for the end finale because it's a great conversation where a lot of Gen Zers are like, at Britney Spears' height, because they didn't even experience Britney Spears at all.
I saw it, and it pissed me off.
Oh my God, where they were like, at Britney Spears' height, was she ever like as big as Beyonce? As big as Beyonce? As big as Beyonce? And somebody was like, you guys don't even know.
Destiny's
this
Child
is without
opened for Britney Spears. In fact, they talked about how she was the only one who was nice to them.
Right. And I'm sorry, without social media, Britney Spears was everywhere.
And everyone copied her. I don't just mean us little girls. I'm talking about the grown women.
Oh, yes.
Every single person whose belly button is pierced now is pierced because of Britney Spears. Is she the first person to pierce her belly button? No. But she influenced us to do it. Period.
She was honestly like, oh my God.
And there was no one doing it on top of the fact that she remained a kind person. I've met Britney Spears several times, and on every occasion I met her, she was unbelievably fucking sweet. Unbelievably fucking sweet. I don't know.
And that is her legacy. Everyone has the same opinion about her.
Oh,
it never wavers. Everyone says she's super nice.
I don't know if I could have gotten to that level of fucking fame. And every 24 hours, there's a new bullshit fucking story about me. People are hurting me, trying to bring me down. Your own fucking family, your best friends, or this and that. And still remain that fucking kind. God bless her. Have you ever seen that clip of when somebody called her security guard the N-word?
No.
And she was about to fight this fucking guy?
What? Oh, God. And you know what's crazy? Paris Hilton liked one of my videos talking about Britney. And I was like, I fucking love you. I fucking love Paris. I love her. I do. Because I was talking about Britney and I was like, listen, Britney Spears has been through so much. They worked that girl like no other. Like no other. A mental health day does not exist in Britney Spears' legacy. They never gave her that, ever.
There's a
and they put her
documentary.
through so much. So if she wants to do her weird little dancey dances and her,
with fucking knives and shit. That's fine. Don't go in her fucking house and then you won't get stabbed. Okay.
And she's lighting her gym on fire. And You're allowed, Britt. You're allowed. Paris Hilton liked that video. I was like, she favorited it too. And go, thank you so much, Paris. Thank you for co-signing.
Go ahead,
me.
Brittany. I don't care.
What is this documentary that you were?
Oh, there was a documentary on when she did her Vegas show, and it was her birthday, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know if she'll want to work that day because it's her birthday." She's not even in the fucking room, and these people go, "It doesn't matter. She'll work." That's on camera. It doesn't matter that it's her birthday. She'll work.
She never got a choice.
You're not going to talk about Britney Spears in front of me.
Right. No.
Because I won't wish you well.
No. But people really don't. I think that's what scares me right now the most about like social media, the most about people's perception of largeness. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but their perception of big is completely, for the younger generation. Britney Spears was, they made Barbie dolls after her. They made action figures after her.
Had 4 of them.
You walked through Times Square as a kid and she was on like half the billboards. Literally, she was everywhere. And we're not talking, it's not like the pop divas right now where they're like, they have 2 big singles and they're everywhere for a couple months and they're nowhere. We're talking Britney was everywhere and everything from 99. Like, we're talking number 1. She was there around before that.
And no one could replicate it, and everybody
99
tried.
to what? 2005? When did she have her breakdown? 2003? And then after her breakdown, she went on...
that.
Oh, 2007.
I think so.
And then even after that, then she came out with like 3 more albums that went number 1, did more world tours, did a Vegas residency, and then was the judge on the X Factor for multiple seasons.
Since I was 10 years old, I've never missed a Britney concert. Since I was 10, I have never missed a Britney concert. I've seen every fucking show, including Vegas.
Stop.
Oh yeah, Caleb took me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in 2017 or
I would
2018.
love to see. I would love for her to do a show now on her own and whatever she wanted to do.
She don't want to.
I know. She's done.
She's over it.
I
She's
feel like
fuck you bitches. And you know what, Brittany? You have that right.
Yeah. You know what? Let everybody watch your past and be amazed by it. But also I'm like, eventually I hope that she comes back around to her creativity. I know. You know, like because I want her to come back around.
What a creative mind. I don't think you know or understand
how talented and creative.
Those videos were her ideas. Also, her vocal ability before they made her sing in like this kind of a tone. Incredible. Go back and watch the Mickey Mouse Club.
And just to be clear, Christina, I mean, listen, Christina's always talented, always been talented.
That's my girl.
Christina's amazing. But Christina specifically was brought to combat Britney's greatness. And they tried to make her very similar to Britney. And then, what did you say last time? When she stopped showering, that was when she was the best. When she got dirty.
My girl wasn't showering, dyed her hair black, she was my color. Oh, she was the best. Oh, Christina, I want you to be a dirty little slut one more time because
God, she looks freaking fantastic.
And the thing was, she wasn't even a slut.
No,
like I could count on one fucking hand. Please, she wasn't even a slut. She was just because one thing I know for sure, and I think we've said this before. You know, no one talks about sex more than a virgin, Sabrina Carpenter.
No, I was literally just gonna say if you go back to the very early interviews about Genie in a Bottle, when they were like so obsessed with her saying you gotta rub me the right way, they were like, that's so scandalous. And she's like, it just kind of means you have to like be nice to me. You never seen
a Genie bottle? You gotta rub it. Right. That's also a fucking quote.
It's also like, oh, that rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, the fuck?
Oh, I feel bad for Sabrina Carpenter, though, because she's also, like, in the same boat as that, where everyone's like, oh, she's so young and so small. She's 25, turning 26 years old.
I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this since day one. I have said this since day one. I'm a Sabrina Carpenter fan.
Yes.
Stan. Since day one.
Yes.
Sabrina is currently one of the only girls doing it in the pop style that is iconic, that we like to see, which brings me to earlier when you were saying because of social media, people don't realize how big other artists prior to social media was. I was in a thread, and we talked about this about 2 episodes prior, that I was in a thread talking about Madonna. The thread were these people saying that Madonna wasn't as big.
What?
She
Oh my
didn't
God,
have like a big.
that's crazy. I wasn't even alive during her prime. And
Me
like,
neither. And I'm well fucking aware.
Madonna, my parents watched, I was at my parents' house the other day, and there was a documentary on talking about oh my God, what was there was a massive music festival at the
Woodstock.
No. It was at, I guess, maybe the O2 Arena or Wembley Stadium, something in the UK.
Wembley. Okay.
Something in the UK. Maybe it was the O2.
Okay.
And then there was another, it was like it was to raise money for people in Africa, for children in Africa during the AIDS thing.
Okay.
And it was like the biggest festival ever. Like they had it in these stadiums. One was in Philadelphia. The other one was in this place in England. Mm-hmm. And they had the top of the line music acts. And they were discussing about all of this. A great documentary. I wish I knew the name. I could plug it right here. But Madonna comes out on the screen, and like my parent, like my dad, my mom or my dad were not really like that type of style of music fans. Like my mom was very into like Carole King, and you know, she loved Cher, like things like that. Mm-hmm. My dad, very, very soul. And Madonna came out, and the two of them said she was everywhere. I was like, how extreme was it? They were like, it's more extreme than extreme. They're like, that was our first. She was a sensation that like, and you know, when you really look at how they handled Madonna's press, her branding, and everything like that, the scale of it, the scale.
And one thing about being a pop star. If you haven't pissed off the church, you're not a pop star.
Period.
Okay.
You know, I almost helped make a movie about the place that Madonna did her sex book about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, when your name is Madonna, you got 2 choices in life. Either you become a nun or an iconic fucking pop star.
Yeah, you gotta. With that name.
If I were you, I would choose the latter.
No, right. With a name like Madonna. Can you believe?
You know, I heard, you know, she lives in New York, and I heard she has trouble getting mail. Like
in that big ass house?
Like she has to like go to the post office because they think it's like not for Madonna.
Oh my God. Oh my God, what a beautiful home. What a beautiful home. A dream. It is exactly what I dream to do. Yeah. Take multiple townhouses, gut each of them. Gut each of them and create one massive estate. I feel like Madonna created her own Gilded Age mansion.
Yeah.
And when I walk past it, I'm like, she's right inside.
You know, the other thing that I constantly hear about Madonna is how kind and how chill she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, apparently, she answers texts very quickly. I don't know what the rest of you have going on in your lives, but I know you ain't Madonna. So
period.
If Madonna texts back max, it takes her like 10, 15 minutes, I've heard, through the grapevine. Right. I don't know why the rest of you take 3 years. Right. You're not Madonna. Right, yeah. You got way more time on your hands than she does, please.
Agreed.
She's not retired. So.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Please. No, I could literally talk about music and women in music for so long.
Same.
You know, there's so many really, I think right now, I'm excited to see what new men start prevailing in music, because the girls are coming in hot and strong. And
I do think we are slowly moving into an era, and I hope to see more of this in 2026, where people are feeling more comfortable being themselves as artists, men included.
Yes.
You know, if the man wants to wear the pink shirt, it's just because it looks nice with his complexion.
Right.
Or it looks nice on camera, or he just liked that fucking shirt. It doesn't mean anything else.
Right.
None of you were questioning Prince and Elvis and whoever the fuck, being like, oh, are you gay?
But see, that's always amazing to me that like the older generations are always calling what we do like oh, you guys are pushing your lifestyle on us because
Pushing your
Harry
lifestyle's
Styles
crazy.
wore a dress in Vogue and this guy, none of these guys
And
are
he looked
masculine.
nice. It's fashion.
I'm like, every single one of these guys are emulating people from your eras.
Right.
You ask these guys that you were considering so flamboyant who their inspirations are. It's like Elton John, David Bowie, Prince. And then you're looking at us like we invented this shit.
Right. You did.
You guys loved it. You guys were snorting and smoking and doing whatever when you were watching your people.
Also,
what are you talking about?
I want to say something. And, you know, I don't know. This could get me in trouble. I don't know. But here's what I want to say. You artists, back in the day, when the artists were doing the coke and they were just having too much of a good time in Studio 54, the music was pumping. And now all of yous are smoking weed and the music is
putting
tired.
you to sleep. Yup.
Take a cue from Bruno Mars, honey.
Yup.
I need the music to be pumping.
Yes.
And I'm not accusing Bruno of anything. I don't know this man.
But I think we can infer. I feel the
think it's safe to
same
say
way.
his music is pumping. That's all I said. His music is pumping. I want something pumping,
and
fun.
And you want examples? You want stats? Who had one of the best 2-year runs that we've seen in the last 15 years off of one album? Charlie XCX. And she doesn't smoke weed, babe.
But this is why
she will be behind a DJ booth though.
This is why
scooping something.
There's no clubs right now because your music is like ballads. Everybody's sad. I need you can be sad, but put some pumping stuff behind it.
But you know what's funny is that all of the big clubs, like a couple of years ago, when you would go to a big club, it was because it was like the best club.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are all so bad. The best clubs in New York are the ones that like are hard to figure out, hard to find, underground, and they're beneath a bar. There are so many good ones, but also I do
love a speakeasy though.
They're all, yes, you do love a speakeasy.
I do.
But also all of like the best clubs with like actual cool people, weird New Yorkers, artists, they're all in fucking Bushwick, Maspeth, East Williamsburg and shit like that. And like it's far as fuck if you live in Manhattan, you know, I'm not gonna lie. But I was even saying, I was like, fuck, next week I kind of want to go. I'm like, I kind of want to go to Basement next week just to go because I'm so sick and tired of being downtown in New York. Me and Daniel were like, we want to fucking go out. And being downtown, I gotta go. I don't want to go to Little Sister. Okay. I don't want to go to Little Sister and fight a bouncer because they can't decide what night they want to let the basic bitches in or the people that aren't dressed like the basic bitches in. Okay. You know what I mean? There are some of the most beautiful girls that they go to Little Sister and they get turned away. Yeah. But it's because the boys want to go in there. Oh, the boys want to act like girls now and stand on the platforms. Go for it.
Oh, I've seen video. What are we doing?
Oh my God. I love a good, grungy, dirty club. I love it. It's the best. The music's the best.
When I was clubbing.
Love it. Love a good, grungy club.
Back in my day. We had Pink Elephant. We had Mansion, which turned into M2. We had Kane. We had Greenhouse. Greenhouse was connected to, I think it was called Whip or whatever. I think that's where Drake and Chris Brown fought. I actually was there that night. What a time.
There's so many things that have happened this year that honestly I'm like, I don't know if I'm
It's been a long and yet short year.
That's the best way to describe it. It's long and short.
Yeah.
Long and short. Learned a lot. I've learned like going with the status quo of what I think I'm supposed to be doing or what everyone tells me that I'm supposed to be doing is not anything that I want. Like I've told you this about my wedding. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think after my wedding, I don't want to buy a house. I don't want that extra responsibility.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot.
And how do I think 2025 was really just the year of like figuring out, what do I really want outside of other people's expectations and opinions?
Oh, who cares about other people's fucking expectations?
But even my own expectations, I had to be like, are my expectations mine? Or are they are they what I thought I'm supposed to be doing in order to categorize me as like doing good?
This is good.
You know what I mean?
This is a good. Write that down.
You know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen. That's
because
a good
even in terms
piece.
of my music that I'm making, things that way I'm performing and stuff like that, I'm like, that it's all kind of connecting and making sense in terms of my personal life, my career, my wedding, my family. And I'm like, what do I actually want? You know what I mean? Like, what is it about? What do I yearn out of life? And I feel like this year really showed me how easy it is to fall underneath these expectations of yourself that you don't even realize aren't even yours. You know,
if you're in your 20s right now, I want you to take in everything that Diana is saying, because I've had this conversation with like family members. I had a cousin who was talking to me about me being married in my 30s, and she tried to basically be like, what's that like? You're so old,
wedding shame you, marriage shame you.
I don't think she meant it that way, but that's how it came off, right? And she was saying, like in her mind, like she thought like she'd be married by this age and come out of college, and like you come out of college and you get a high paying job immediately. And it's like, that's just not how it fucking works.
No.
It's never worked that way. It's never going to work that way. But a lot of the ideas that you guys have on how your life should be after school, or your career, or what your family should look like, or having kids, etc., it's based on what your parents said it should be. Or what you saw on TV, or what you saw someone you admired had. And your life is your life, babe. And it's not going to look like anybody else's.
Right.
And that's very important for a lot of you to know. Also, to know that you were growing up in a completely different era than your parents.
Yes.
When, my mom had me when she was early 20s. I was a baby. Early 20s.
I couldn't imagine. Me right now, I couldn't imagine having multiple kids.
If I had a kid in my early 20s, they'd have more trauma than I had.
But this is what I'm saying. Is like that's that right there. When as of right now today, I get it's cultural, I get it's geographical.
Whatever.
But it's true. I totally agree with you. Like and
where would I get the money? I'd be calling my mom every 48 hours to help me. That's irresponsible, and it's not fair to my mom. She already raised a fucking kid.
It's also not fair to your kid. Like that's very hard. Like I think people keep forgetting. And if I hear one more oh God, don't get me pissed off right now. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. If I hear one more person acting like having a baby with someone is less of a commitment than marriage.
Oh, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
Up. Because some of you, girl, I love you to death, but please be very wise who you have a child with. Because if you're married to somebody, you can get a divorce and never see them again.
That part. Also, I'm sick of this shit. Oh, I'm having a baby with this person. It's just 18 years. Does the kid die at 18? What the fuck are you talking about? It's just 18 fucking years. That kid is going to still be growing, and that kid will still need you when they're fucking 80. What do you fucking mean? When that kid gets married, when that kid has their own family and they have their own kids, you and that person's other parent are gonna have to figure out a fucking way to be in that fucking you are going to be in that person's life forever and ever and ever. Are you dumb?
It's also like 18 years, you're voluntarily saying, oh, I'm going to have to figure out different arrangements and consistently clash scheduling for almost 20 years with a person that could give you, the two of you are giving each other hell consistently. You will have zero peace if you have a baby with somebody who doesn't respect you, doesn't like you, who you don't like and you don't respect. Why the fuck am I negotiating with a fucking imbecile? You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
and the thing is if you do have a child with somebody that you don't fully know, you are thrusting so much if that person is horrible, a horrible person because you don't know them, you are thrusting so much trauma onto an innocent being like a child. All because what? Why? Because you wanted a baby? Because you wanted to be pregnant? That's new. I'm hearing people like the idea of just having a baby and being pregnant. That's stupid.
The baby stops being a baby very fucking quickly. You're done.
Very quickly.
Get a dog. A dog never stops being a baby. They never stop being a baby.
Get a dog.
My dog is 14. He's 2 months.
Yes.
That's how he acts.
That part.
Okay?
Agreed. Mine too. Absolutely.
Please.
My dogs still act like puppies when I'm around. Get a dog. I can't. It's like playing house. People play house and then they realize like
it's real life.
And listen,
also kids are fucking expensive. You're not thinking the amount that my friends are telling me they've spent on fucking daycare.
Oh my God, daycare right now? If you don't have a village,
more
forget
than
about
the price that my mother spent on fucking private school on the Upper East Side.
Oh my God.
When I was in kindergarten.
No, it's crazy.
I don't think you heard me. I went to private school on the Upper East Side of New York fucking city, baby girl, and people are paying more for daycare than my mom paid to send me to the school that the Kennedys went to.
So if you have multiple kids, because everybody's like, oh, nobody's having kids anymore. What if I have one and I can't pay for one? Why am I going to have two?
That too.
If you are putting your child in an average daycare, let's say regular schmegular daycare, no, in whatever,
right.
And let's say it's cheap on the cheap. This is the cheap end, $1,700, and they're in it 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month, every month out of the year. Okay, $1,700 a month. Now let's say you got 2 kids. You're paying what is that? $3,500? Close to $3,500, $3,400?
How are you paying rent? How are you feeding them? How are you feeding you?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you also have to be healthy in order to take care of them.
Right. And so a lot of people are realizing like, maybe it's best for me to be a stay-at-home parent and take myself out of the workforce because I'm losing more money than I would be, just averaging out if I would stay home. That's what a lot of people are doing. Whoever makes more money stays in the workforce. Whoever makes less, they stay home because if you need childcare, if childcare is what's putting you in debt to the point where like, okay, well, maybe we can squeeze by on one income, squeeze by, but you can't because you still have to, then what happens is people have to now apply towards different programs to get assistance, as they should.
Yeah. But
geez, oh my God, it's impossible right now to like raise a family on an average income.
And I think we've talked about this before, but when you are choosing your life partner or someone to have kids with, or you're choosing to marry them, etc., I want you to ask yourself, can you be divorced with this person?
Yeah.
What does divorce look like with that person?
Yeah. Guys, I just took a pee break and Kat has the most comfortable toilet paper. It's the softest, kindest toilet paper. I was like, this is nice. Felt like it like just one little cloth was enough. It was so soft.
I think it's just Charmin.
Wow.
Wow.
How are we going to go into our 2026? We touched on it last episode.
We did.
I want to be like a little bit more insane.
That's the goal.
I want to be more insane in explaining it.
Oh,
more radical, more crazy. No, you start. Your turn.
I just am done playing small. I'm done trying to make sure no one is offended. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Be offended by that. Go fuck yourself.
Yes. I completely agree.
I want to enjoy my life. I am still young. And I want to enjoy. I got a bad back every day. When I wake up, my hand is on fire. I'm in so much fucking pain. And I'm like, as I get older, this pain is not going to get better. I want to enjoy my fucking life before it's over.
Yes.
Before my arms and legs and eyes and ears don't fucking work anymore. I want to enjoy it. And I am not going to base my fucking life on the opinion on someone who's not paying my bills and wouldn't piss on me if I was on fucking fire. Like I said 2 episodes ago, I'm done. I'm here to enjoy my life because it's my life. I came in alone. I'm going to leave alone. Sure, I want to have fun with my man and with my friends, but at the end of the day, when I go and when they go, we're not all going together unless it's some kind of like
Freak
final
accident.
destination part 25 or something. We're not going together. We're going alone.
Yeah.
I want to live my best. I want when I die for it to be Kat lived her best life. She did phenomenal fucking things. Not she played it safe.
Right.
That's boring.
Right.
I want to inspire people. You can't inspire people by being a boring fuck.
Yes.
You can't. I want my kids to be like, look what my mom did.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Right now, what does she do? Nothing.
No.
So here we go.
No.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Look at this. This is we are starting
Okay.
our podcast.
All right. Cheers.
And now 2026 is
Yeah.
now the liftoff.
Mhm.
We've laid the groundwork. We've planted the seeds.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're only playing it safe when it comes to our lives. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm trying to survive.
Right.
Trying to
no.
survive.
Like we're not gonna
No,
talk
but I
about, you know,
completely agree.
Yeah.
It's honestly just kind of time to be completely, I don't want to say reckless. Reckless isn't the right word, but risk takers.
yes.
Because at
risk
this
takers.
point, it's like, what is there to lose? The world is already shit.
It's
the world
already
is
ending.
already in the dumpster.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Like any plans anybody had for this world becoming a better place, not happening.
Not today, at least.
And we're not going to be the ones to change it right now. Me and her.
Right.
I mean, you guys, by all means, depending upon what your jobs are.
And we
Go
support you.
crazy. Support you.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I am like, okay, what has been holding me back? What has been holding me back? What is it? What's holding me back? Explain. Literally
man.
nothing. Literally, the only thing that's holding me back are thoughts that I think that about myself.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. And
we've fuck those thoughts.
Fuck those
if they're not
thoughts.
good, fuck them.
We've already been able to accumulate so much of our own personal success, and we've already succeeded in goals that younger us would have been like, holy shit, we did that? Holy shit, that's crazy. So I'm like, okay, what else can I do? What else can I achieve? And
So much more because you got so much time.
right. And with that, like maturing and becoming more tenacious in what we want, it's also opening up the door, like I said, to be open to more constructive criticism so that I can get out of my way. Creating a space where I'm open to other people's ideas that can help launch my vision and our visions along further. I think a lot of the time when in the past, at least, something I've learned is like when I become really tenacious about what I want, if I'm living in like a scarcity mindset, anybody telling me like what they think is like an attack on my ideas and my personal. And that's not the case. Sometimes people see what you're doing and they believe in it so much that they want to be a part of it and they want you to do it well. It's not an attack. It's actually a lift. It's them being like, let me help you and support you. And if this isn't the way you want to be helped or supported, let me know. But you, as much as creating safe space for others to feel good, you also have to create a safe space around yourself to accept pointers and help. Accept assistance in your goals, because you working with a team and working with others is kind of the key, is the key to launching your own individual success, not just for you, but everyone's individual success. You should always be leaning on others. So as tenacious as we go into 2026, I'm also allowing myself to be open to more collaborations, more working with others, more lending my voice for a price with others. I'm lending it, but like she costs a penny.
Right. She's not free.
You know, but trying new things. Who knows? We'll have a Slumber Party live show in
Oh,
2026.
that'd be fun. You know, something I said on a podcast like 10 years ago as a guest. I don't remember what I said word for word, but I said something along the lines of like, God is not waiting for like Thursday at 3 p.m. to make your dreams come true. He's waiting on you to be ready to receive it.
Yes.
If you are not open to receiving blessings, you will not receive them.
Right.
9 times out of 10, the person blocking your blessings is not your hater, it's you. Your hater is giving you energy, if anything else. They're paying attention to you. Their life revolves around you. Your life revolves around being upset that they're hating.
Right.
So you're giving them energy. The two of you are just feeding each other back and forth. And that's why both of you were stuck in the same fucking place.
Right.
The energy has got to go all to you now. And boom, you'll watch yourself.
I'm realizing how much I have to let go of in order to get to where I want to go.
Something you said earlier was about patience. And I've never really had patience.
Neither have I. This is new for me. I don't like being patient. I like to walk into a bakery and say, give me 12 of those, give me 3 of those, give me 3 of those. Have a nice day.
My mom is patient. My husband is patient. I am not.
Same here. My mom and my fiance, not I. I don't like it. I don't like to wait for things. I like things now. And who's to say that things can't happen right now?
You know what I mean?
They can. They can happen within the next day, within the next 48 hours.
You don't know.
But trying to predict how it's going to happen,
you know, something,
and how it should happen is what's going to prevent it from happening.
You know, when they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, this is facts. This is facts. And let me say something, especially when it comes to, you know, people who are musicians and artists. You know, when I had my first taste of success, which was the VH1 song, the theme song for a VH1 show, and I was in my early 20s, I had already been singing, dancing, writing, playing 4 instruments since I was 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, it wasn't like 6, yes, it only took maybe a year to work on the project, but it took 10, 20, 15, however many long years to build my craft up to that point.
To get there, to be able to make that. And
that's what that really fucking means. So work on your craft.
Yes.
Put it out. You don't know what will come of it, especially in this day and age. It don't work like it used to.
Right.
Right? Your people will find you.
Right.
But I also want to say, just because you're good and you're putting it out there also doesn't mean that you will get found, right? Like you got to put a little money behind, a little bit of push, a little bit of marketing. Pay for the sponsored post. What is it, like a couple, like $10 or something?
Oh no, you should definitely pay for it.
Pay for it.
Because listen, every once in a while, you never know. Like, even though it's sponsored, sure, people might see like, oh, it looks like an ad, I'm going to scroll past. But you're going to get some people who are like, wait a minute.
Also, how do you think these artists became artists? You think it was just free? Somebody was paying for PR.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody was paying for billboards and magazines and commercials and all of that was fucking paid for. So if you got to pay a little $10 for a sponsored ad on fucking TikTok, think of it as back in the day when people had to pay $10 million
and also
for a fucking billboard.
And also, like, our social media are the new billboards. They are the new billboards. They are the new websites.
Yeah.
They are the new
nobody's going outside. So people are seeing your TikTok way more than they're seeing the side of a bus.
Right. What was why can't I think of it? Oh my God, the show on MTV after school, TRL. There's so many different versions of a TRL out now, which honestly, they might just be creators on your favorite social media app that like to highlight independent artists.
Yeah.
And they might have hundreds of thousands of views. Send them something. You know what I mean? Like there's so many outlets that even, I know it gets time consuming. Don't get me wrong. It does, trying to reach out to people. But listen, if you can work up,
and don't be afraid to send shit out to people. And if they don't respond, they don't respond.
What's the worst thing they can say?
It's kind of like, when you're sending out your resume for a job.
That's
not every
exactly
job is going to call you back, but one of them might, or two of them might, or three of them might.
Right.
In the time that you need it to.
Right. And that's what it is. It's essentially your resume. So treat your craft, if you're an artist or a musician or literally anybody that creates anything. You don't have to be in music or art or whatever, but treat your craft as your portfolio, as your resume, and go into 2026 banking on yourself. Like
look at Miss Rachel.
Look at Miss Rachel. Look at her.
Wow.
She said, I'm not going to falter on my morals, on what I feel. And after she's already built an entire, she couldn't find anything for her child, and she built an entire empire on YouTube.
Right.
And now she probably makes way more money than any like childhood teacher on TV.
For sure. And there's room for more Miss Rachels.
Right. That's the key to it all, I think.
Like, I know we get into this headspace of like, oh, there's only room for one. Imagine, I want you to sit with this. Imagine for a fucking second there was only ever one book written, or one movie made, or one song. You're already bored with me just talking about it.
Right.
You're already bored. That's boring. That's nonsense. We're going to always need new books, new movies, new teachers, new this and that. Hello? People are going to keep being born. So things will keep being created. So create something.
And all it takes is you allowing your own mind to step into that space.
Yeah.
Of like, my story's valued. My thought is valued. Let me be free enough to tell it.
And actually, that is the theme of 2026. Freedom.
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 We're free. We're free. I am free. Fuck. I'm free of so many things. I'm free of my old landlord.
Yeah.
I'm free of this social media drama. Okay?
Yes.
I'm free.
I'm free as well.
You are free.
Free.
Yeah.
Freedom.
There we go.
And I think we ended on freedom.
There we go.
Do we end season 2 on freedom?
Yes.
And you'll have to see what season 3 has in store.
Maybe that's the title.
Season 3 of Free.
Season 3 of Free. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to make this a slumber party, you want to order some pizza? I'm really hungry. All right, we love you.
Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you re-listen to the past episodes until the new season comes out.
And Happy New Year!
And Happy New Year! We love you so much.
We need another glass.
We need another glass. Bye, guys.
Bye.